So I'm going to do another book review, and so this is number two. This is story number two, and in my last book review, I told you that, about the book that I'm reading right now, and it's called Midnight, and it's about 500 pages long, and it has 4 short stories in it, each by completely different authors, so they have nothing to do with each other. So this book review I'm going to do about the second story that I just finished up last night, and it's called Phantom Lover. So for the overall book summary of the overall book Midnight and all the stories, I'm going to read the back of it and kind of tell you what it's about. Handsome and sensual, surrounded by an aura of danger, mystery, and the forbidden, the lover steps from the shadows. Is he mortal? Or is he an ancient god, a sorcerer, or mythical beast who can possess a woman's heart and her very soul? 4 of romance's most popular authors have created this spellbinding collection of stories filled with dark passion and desire. Under the cover of darkness, their heroes live in worlds haunted by ageless hungers and deadly forces, stronger than any seen by day, and vanquished only by the power of love. Now travel into realms where dazzling wonders roam the night, where magic replaces reason, and where a kiss unleashes a raging fire in the blood. Here, if you dare discover the seduction that begin at the bewitching hour when a man and a woman come together. So the book the story in the book Midnight, the story that I read was called Phantom Lover, and it's by Sherilyn Kenyon. So I'm just going to kind of read like a 1-sentence summary that comes from the book. Haunted by recurring nightmares of terrifying beasts, Erin McDaniels is afraid to sleep until a hero arrives in her dreams to save her and makes erotic credible love to her. Can she find him again when she is awake? Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of give my own personal summary of the book. So it starts off, so the first character that I'm going to tell you about the story is the female in it, and her name is Erin, and she is a web developer, and it kind of starts out bad in the beginning because, like, in the first chapter, she kind of has a bad attitude because earlier that year, her boyfriend had dumped her. So she and her girlfriends or her female colleagues or whatever, they're all, like, talking trash about men and blah, 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 and then her girlfriend's like, she doesn't do it, but her girlfriend suggests to her, oh, Erin, why don't you just go out and have just one-night stands from now, and they're all, like, laughing about it and everything. And then I'm not going to get into too many details because you have to read the book, but Erin gets into a really bad situation, and then she is rescued by this guy named Vaidan. And then Vaidan and her go back to her house, and they have absolutely spectacular sex, and it's not only like, physically, but it's also, like they're bonding, their love and their souls and their bodies together and everything, and it's just incredible. Like it's a lot, like really, really long, like a 5-hour crazy sex session. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to explain the guy in the situation. The man in this story is, his name is Vaidan, and obviously he's kind of an immortal creature. He's not a person, and he's about 500 years old, and that's the first time he's ever, like, done anything with a woman because he's an immortal creature and he doesn't have those desires. So after they have sex, Vaidan goes to one of his immortal male friends that's also an immortal creature, and he tells, and he kind of has mixed feelings when he's telling his friends, and he's like, hey, guess what I did? I had sex with a person. And that's, I guess, against, like, their rules or whatever, so he gets beaten up, he gets whipped, and basically he gets really, very, very badly beaten up. And then Erin comes to Vaidan, and she kind of tends to his wounds and helps him feel better and everything like that. And then when they were dating for about 3 months, Erin gets called into her office, and she's really scared because she thinks that she's going to get fired. And it's actually the immortal beings disguising themselves as her co-workers. And they kind of, just kind of let her know that the 3 months that she and Vaidan have been dating, he's been kind of like living in hell and everything like that, and he's being like really, really physically abused. And just whipped day after day after day, and he's like barely dangling on for his life. And then they tell her that the only way that Vaidan can get out of hell is if he's really truly in love with a woman, because they said that only people who don't really truly have that bond and really are really completely in love with another person, those are the only people that really go to hell for all eternity. And then she tells them, I really do, love Vaidan. And of course she's really worried because he's in hell right now, and she's really concerned about what is going to happen to him. So then at the end of the book, Erin comes home one night after work, and she goes into her bedroom, and she's gonna, go to sleep. And she goes into her bedroom, and Vaidan is there, and he is laying in her bed fast asleep. And he has basically, because she comes in and there's like one rose petal, and then there's a whole bunch more and everything like leading up to the bedroom. And then she goes into her bedroom, and she sees Vaidan fast asleep in her bed at night, and she says, he's fast asleep, and there's like a little note and everything, and it says something like, basically, I am absolutely completely in love with you, and if you don't want me to go to hell and die for all eternity, then you need to kiss me. So Erin kisses him, and then that's kind of an interesting ending, because she saved Vaidan from being sent to hell for all eternity.